Hey, how's it going guys? Nate here, and today I would like to talk about paid mods and what their impact could be on the Bethesda community. Skyrim, Fallout 4, as we all know, are probably two of the most modded games on Steam and, well, obviously on console, because they're pretty much the only games with them. But on Steam, Bethesda titles have accounted for a disproportionately large percentage of the modded content being produced and played. Furthermore, when Valve actually did try to implement a system for paid mods back in 2015, they did so exclusively with Skyrim as a test game. They created a system in which Skyrim modders could make their mods purchasable on the Steam Workshop, and plans were very much underway to carry that system throughout other titles available on Steam. However, the system garnered massive outrage, and due to such a poor reception, Valve ultimately was forced to pull the system and scrap it after only just 4 days. Now, I digress. It's very important that we recognize just how mad people got at Valve for doing this. Like, this was insane, the level of frustration being exhibited. People took this more seriously than they did the CSGO gambling scandal to an extent, which is rather sad, but you get the idea. People were very, very unhappy. So, conversation over. Done. Nada. Right? Settled. Well, then we wouldn't be making this video, because just a few days ago, Valve reignited this conversation, with the company's head honcho, Gabe Newell, stating the company's intentions to try again sometime within the future, stating, quote, "In a sense, you want to have really good signal-to-noise ratios in how the gaming community signals to developers. Yeah, do more of that. Or no, please don't release any more of those ever. And modders create a lot of value, and we think that, well, absolutely, they need to be compensated. They're creating value, and the degree to which they are not being accurately compensated is a bug in the system, right? Just inserting noise into it." He went on to say, "You want to have efficient ways, so the people who are actually creating the content and value are the people the money is flowing to," end quote. Now, PC Gamer actually wrote a very good article detailing this conversation's possible ramifications, which I'll have linked in the description down below. But this video is more or less talk about what effect paid mods would have on the community itself if implemented. Now, I think one of the bigger reasons that paid mods failed on Skyrim is that the system was being forced upon an already years old, very well established modding community, where the content had already flourished for so long, with people able to download DLC-size mods absolutely free of charge. And then all of a sudden, the same consumer base was being asked to pay $1.99 here or there for a slightly newer looking pack of weapons and whatnot. When you all of a sudden start charging people for something that they've known for so long to be free, they get reasonably upset. Now, I'm not saying introducing this system into a newer game would have turned the whole thing around, but injecting it into an already such established and passionate community certainly exacerbated the negative response. So I think if Valve does decide to go at this again, it won't be directly affecting games like Fallout 4 or Skyrim, but instead, the system could very well be present in a game like The Elder Scrolls 6. Now, one might question if anything is really wrong with this current system. There is a lot of excellent mods being produced, and the consumers seem remarkably satisfied, so what's up with Valve? Well, they want modders to be compensated more than what they're getting right now. As it stands, modding can only really be a hobby. You're not going to be able to make enough money to do anything else, and Valve wants to change that. Currently, the only way a modder is even going to make any sort of revenue is via donations, solely off of those, asking people to pay whatever they can. The problem with the donation system is people simply don't do it. You are competing with free for the same product. However, when you start forcing people to pay for mods, I'm pretty convinced there's going to be one of two possible consequences. One, it could really damage the scene. People won't be downloading nearly as many mods as before. I've downloaded hundreds of mods for Skyrim and Fallout 4, however, if I were forced to pay for all of them, obviously I wouldn't be so liberal with my downloading pattern, and that number may shrink down to, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 mods? Imagine if the price of water went up 30-fold. You probably wouldn't be using the sink as often. You wouldn't be so open to letting so much water just flow through your house. And the same sort of logic does apply to an extent with the modding community. People just aren't going to be downloading as much, and as a result, it might actually shrink to an extent. Now, the other possibility is slightly more optimistic, but perhaps the paid modding system could equip modders with the ability to turn modding into something more than just a hobby. Due to the possibility of earning a significant income and trying to get other people to buy their mods, we could see even more high-effort and high-quality mods being produced. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up right here. What do you guys think? It seems as though Valve is relatively determined to add some sort of system in which modders could receive greater compensation, which will likely come out of the consumer's pocket. So do you think this is a good thing? Do you think it'll lead to higher production value in the mods that we play and possibly even more mods, or perhaps the exact opposite? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll probably write back and we could become a BFFs or something, but hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like down below, dislike but not, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Peace out, everybody.